Do you know that feeling you got when Trump was elected? Well, it kind of has nothing to do with today's video, but I don't know why I brought it up. But hey, we are talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare today. You know, I think I feel the need to bring Trump in now to this video. Sorry, Thanos. You have been demoted. So, a little background for the video here today. So, at least in the public eye, I've had a change of heart as of late. Activision has become the devil for their microtransaction shenanigans. And everyone kind of, for a while, totally disregarded Call of Duty 2019 as just another Call of Duty, the last chance to redeem itself, blah, 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 blah. But then that trailer came out, and it captured the world. The views on that were unusually high for Call of Duty trailer standards, and especially if we compare it to Infinity Ward's last game, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, this game has had a very positive reception so far. And it's got crossplay. They took the season pass away, which you know they're going to try and make that money up somewhere, so it's going to be a fun game this year. And here's the kicker. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, without having any E3 presence at all, somehow became the most pre-ordered game of E3 2019. How does that work? Can we all shed a collective tear for Randy Pitchford for that? Can you imagine how he feels about that? Because his game is sort of, kind of, but not really the main competition this year. It's the only competition I can think of personally. Poor Randy, but here we are now. Introductions. This is a not so candid video. I don't even know what the word candid means. One-way conversation that I am semi-proud of. Presented by me, Uncle Swankles. And I'm still not relevant, but the stats are trending up. Viewer durations are going up thanks to the subscribers. I know, factually, I will be relevant one day, or I won't. Let me rephrase that. I know that I'll never stop trying. I mean, come on, help my dream come true. You could subscribe. The real thing you could do to help is if you could just grab the link in the video and send it off to Facebook or whatever social media you choose to participate in. I want to make my face the plague that no one can avoid on social media. Can you help me with my dream? I play Call of Duty every night passing out in front of my monitor. I'm lonely. Please comment. I need to have some sort of social interaction in my life. Gosh. Just leave a comment on how pathetic it is that I keep begging for comments. Leave your comments about that, maybe. Without further ado, I will talk semi-candidly about why Call of Duty Modern Warfare will shake the earth this year. And I mean that. This game is going to be a big deal this year. Anyone that knows me knows that I was for a hot minute all high and mighty about how, I'm not going to pre-order Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I can't do it. I've gotten weak. And I was doing it for quote-unquote moral reasons. First and foremost, Activision is so evil that they laid off 800 employees after announcing record-breaking profits. And that is just... that can't be forgiven. And I previously did have a big problem with the microtransactions in Black Ops 4. I've kind of had a change of heart. I'm thinking a little more for myself versus what the YouTubers I watch 24 hours a day are telling me. I might just make a whole feature video on why I changed my mind about Black Ops 4's microtransactions. We'll see if that happens. It'll be titled, In Defense of Activision. So I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying that, but please have mercy. I am but a tiny channel starving for love. Love me. Love me. So this game is in a very, very unique situation in comparison to previous Call of Duty reasons, primarily for two reasons. There's no competition right now out there for this game. And second, This really does look like it will be exceptional quality in the base game at least. Get into the no competition part of this equation. Call of Duty has always had a Halo, a DICE game, which could be Star Wars Battlefront, or Battlefield, or even Titanfall was a competitor there for a while. They've always had a quote-unquote COD killer that they're always competing with. This year, there's nothing. Technically, there are those free-to-play pleb games out there. Free-to-play. like Fortnite and Titanfall, which in all honesty, I play those myself, so I guess that makes me a pleb. Sad face. I can tell Thanos is mad at me that I blocked Thanos out over here in Louvre in replacement for Trump. I'm sorry, Thanos. But the nearest competition coming out this year is Borderlands 3, which I really don't even think it's really competing. Technically, Borderlands 3 is a first-person shooter, and so is Call of Duty. However, I personally always buy a multiplayer game, and I buy a single-player game. I think that is pretty common. Honestly, some people don't even like multiplayer games. Some people will even go as far to say they don't like single-player games. I like both, but you're not going to see really, I mean, even though they're both FPS games, the crossover crowd is not extreme. And I know that there's going to be some posh, preppy childs in the comments that are going to leave, it's technically co-op. You big-nosed idiot, I don't know. What would you insult? I guess I'm a big-nosed idiot now. Now, second reason the Call of Duty Modern Warfare will be a ginormous success is this game has obscene quality that we have not seen for years. The actual content this year is higher. I mean, we don't know exactly what will be included in the base game, but the YouTubers that have seen and played the game say consistently that there's a lot of content this year. Now, whether they hold it off for a future date, who knows, but... And then you have to look at the talent at Infinity Ward right now. This is a world-class studio right now. They hired the talent back from Respawn Studios to work at Infinity Ward, and they also hired a bunch of Naughty Dog employees. So we're going to get a campaign that is really good, and also, I mean, it's just that the studio, like, I get so excited to think about the talents at this studio. Infinity Ward is in a really good state right now. There's cool gimmick additions, and there's a lot of people that don't like gimmicks in games, but really, I mean, it's what Pokemon does every year. It adds things and removes them the next year, and that's totally fine. We can have something that's new this year and not have it in the next game. We've got the ground war mode with tanks and vehicles that will play like Battlefield, and we've also got that Rainbow Six Siege wannabe shit which looks fun to me. And there's also real changes to the bones of Call of Duty this year, real changes. That engine looks phenomenal. Like, us Call of Duty fans finally get a graphically impressive game. Not to throw shade at Black Ops 4, but still. And then Gunsmith, that's the thing I'm so excited about. I don't have time to get into all the details of Gunsmith, but look at the YouTube videos for this thing. There are up to 60 attachments per primary, and you get 5 attachments per gun. It just blows my mind how cool the creative class this year. That's what sold me. That's what really changed my mind to make me go against my quote-unquote morals. And there's confident style. Let me explain. A lot of people think that Call of Duty is the same every year. I'm not going to get into that. I disagree. This looks very similar to the style of old Infinity Ward games. To me, Treyarch has a very discernible style to the rest of Call of Duty games. And this does not look like a Treyarch game. Infinite War, whatever the heck that game was called, Infinite Warfare was a great game. I enjoyed it greatly. However, it did seem like they were really Infinity Ward was trying to be Treyarch. It took a lot of the stylistic elements from Black Ops 3. It took heavy inspiration from Black Ops 3. This is a confident style. Infinity Ward is back. They're going back to the roots, per se. Lots of recoil. I hope you guys like recoil on the guns. And I'll go into the thing again. Industry, leading class, compelling campaign. There's some talent making this campaign. I really won't touch on the microtransactions any further, but as far as the vanilla games go, this game is a game changer. No competition, exceptional quality. I will project that this game makes Scrooge McDuck money. My mom did not know who Scrooge McDuck was a couple years ago. I don't know what the heck was wrong with her. I had to explain this to her. Okay, tell me in the comments if you agree with me for this sort of stuff, or if you think I'm just a big-nosed jackass, I guess. Thanks for watching. I want you to know every minute of my content that you watch is a moment you no longer have. Subscribe for that six-pack and that girlfriend you don't have. And the last video I made was making fun of Dora the Explorer, so I had fun with that video. Go check it out. Do it right now. Do it. Link maybe in the description. Next video will be a big-ass mystery, which is code for I'm not creative enough to have thought of next week's video. So we will see if that happens or not. But hey, have a good one.
Do you know